It is my favorite time of year. Is it Christmas? No, not Christmas. It's April. Oh, it's our birthday. Now you know it's not our birthday. It is the Sephora sale. And the best thing about the Sephora sale, as opposed to Christmas and my birthday, is that it comes twice a year. Oh, that's my favorite too. So with the Sephora sale, everything from the Sephora brand, you get 30% off. As long as you're signed up as a beauty insider, that's free to do. You just sign up. And then they have different tiers of membership, like Rouge and I forgot what the other one's called. But with Rouge, you get to shop early the first week. And there's a few days there that you get to shop. So if something sells out, you get first dibs. And then the next few days is everybody else. And then the Rouge gets 20% off, and I think everybody else gets 10% off, but I'll put that on the screen for you. I've been Rouge for so long, I can't even remember what the other one is. So I'm sorry about that, but I will put that on the screen for you. So I'm just going to tell you my recommendations of what the products that I've used and loved from Sephora that I think you should get at the sale. And I'm also going to tell you things I think you could get maybe less expensive somewhere else. Now, make sure you watch the whole video because my favorite things are going to be at the very end. Of course, I'm saving the best for last. So I think I'll start with eyes, and clearly one recommendation I have is the eyeshadow palette that I'm wearing right now, which is this one. The Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, the Neutrals one, which also it's called the Neutrals, but it clearly has some cool tones in there. So this is one of my favorite palettes that's come out recently. And I just love a matte palette. They're just really nice and classic and classy, sophisticated. And I just like them. But I also love the original Master Mattes palette. If you like more warm tones, this one is your girl. And then if you like both warms and cools and you want to change it up, this one. The Patrick Ta Major Dimensions 3, the matte one. This is probably, of the three palettes, this one's probably my favorite formula of eyeshadow. Super, super creamy, not a lot of fallout. I just love it. And you get the two creams in there if you want to do like a creamed base or a gel cream liner. It's pretty perfect for that. And the creams come with a little door to keep them covered so you don't get them messy with your powders. Another eyeshadow palette that I've really been loving lately is this one from Danessa Myricks. This is the Groundwork Blooming Romance. It's the one that has the rosy tones in it, and it's got these I always call them a cream, but they're more like a pomade formula in these powders. Now let me just say, I actually own the original, the Neutrals one of these. It was like browns and taupes and stuff like that. And I never even used it because I was a little like, why would I want creams and powders? It doesn't make sense. However, I broke down, I bought this one, I used it, and I absolutely love it. Those pomade formulas are unlike any other formula of eyeshadow you've ever used. And it's very sort of a soft, powdery dry down, and you can mix them back and forth and it doesn't get cakey or goopy or icky. I just kind of super love this palette now. Like, it's one of my favorites, and I was not expecting that to happen. So 4 eyeshadow palettes, and they're all matte, but I super recommend any of these 4. Now for lips, as far as lip liner is concerned, if you're shopping for lip liner at Sephora, Charlotte Tilbury and Makeup Forever are kind of the top for me. Those are ones I would recommend. However, you can get them less expensive. I feel the e.l.f. Cream Glide, The LA Girl pencils and the NYX lip pencils are all much less expensive and just as good. The good thing about that is if you have an Ulta near you, Ulta and Sephora always match each other. So they're also having a 20% off sale right now. So you can go pick up those LA Girl lip liners for like nothing. So those are that would be what I would do. For brow pencil, at Sephora, I like these three. I like the Kosas Nano, I like the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat, and I like the Anastasia Brow Wiz. Those are the three. I just love a tiny little tip so I can just draw the hair like strokes. And I don't have to draw on a whole brow. So if I had to draw on a whole brow and I needed more coverage, I guess you could say, I would go with one of the other Anastasia ones, or really the Rare Beauty. That's kind of the best one. That one's great. It's just too fat of a pencil for me. However, from the drugstore or from Ulta, I don't think you can get one of these at Ulta. I think one of them is only at like CVS, Walgreens, that kind of thing. And it's called Arches and Halos. It has the same tiny little tip. That's the comb, hang on. Tiny little tip, just like the ones I was talking about. Tiny, tiny, tiny. And then the NYX Micro Brow is another one. Tiny little pencil. I don't wear this one much because it's not my color and I gotta get a new one. I ordered the wrong color. But any of those I think are a good substitute for the ones I was talking about from Sephora, and you can get them a little less expensive. For brow gel, I have been absolutely loving the Anastasia Brow Wiz. When I tell you, my brows do not move. You put this gel in. I like to go backwards through my brow to get all the hairs coated and then lay it back down the other direction. And then it really needs to set. So I like to do both brows, and then I take something flat, like I use the end of this spoolie, you can use the end of a tweezers, whatever's flat, and just sort of press them back, press them down to make sure they stay. And then once they set, honey, they're bulletproof till you wash it off. So I love it. Now for blush, there's so much out there, it can get a little confusing. There's a lot of different formulas, creams, powders, pomades, you know, whatever, liquids. There's so many things. Blush lighter, like what even is that? Well, it's a blush and highlighter mixed together. But anyway, you know what I'm saying. Like there's a lot going on with blush. But here are my recommendations at Sephora. Clearly, the Rare Beauty blushes. They're kind of the ones that started it all with this liquid blush craze that we're in right now. But the good thing is they just launched, just in time for this sale, I wonder how convenient that was, a mini version of several of their most popular colors. So whereas I like to say this blush is so pigmented, one bottle is your lifetime supply. Like it will expire before you ever get to use it all. The minis I think are a lot more reasonable. They cost less and they have less in the bottle. So I think that's a good option for somebody that doesn't need this much blush. Like I have almost all of these because I'm ridiculous. But you know, this has been duped a lot of times, and the e.l.f. ones are great. The Juvia's Place ones are great, but you know, Rare Beauty is just kind of the OG. And when you can get the minis, I think that's an awesome alternative. Now let's talk about the blush that I'm wearing. I'm actually wearing two different blushes. So I'm gonna talk about this one first. This is the Patrick Ta. This is not a new formula, but he did launch 3 new colors. I bought all 3 colors. I had some more, but I love these 3 new colors. This is one of my favorites. I just am really into cool pink blushes right now. And I love that you get the cream and the powder. It's really versatile that way. The other 2, oh, this one is called Just Enough. The other 2, Not Too Much, which is really a rosy brown. And it looks browner than it is when you put it on. You get more of a rose tone when you put it on. And then She's the Moment is a pretty peachy coral. And peach blush, I'm telling you, looks good on everyone. So that is a really good option. If you prefer only powder, it's got to be the Haus Labs. Got to be. They recently relaunched these, and guess who was dumb enough to buy them all? Well, I wouldn't say dumb. I would say, what's the word? I don't know what the word is. I'm just addicted to blush, and I'm addicted to Haus Labs. It's my favorite brand. So here they all are. We have Dragon Fruit Days, Hibiscus Haze, French Rosette, Pomelo Peach, Watermelon Bliss, and Fire Moon. 2 new colors, and then the rest are returning colors. The formula is beautiful. That's what I have on this side. This is the Dragon Fruit Days. Dragon Fruit Days? Yeah, Dragon Fruit Days on this side. I just think it's beautiful. It's very soft and silky of a formula. You can't go wrong. So if you prefer only powder, the Haus Labs has got to be the one. If you like the versatility of having a cream and a powder, then I would do the Patrick Ta. All right, let's talk about what else is on my lips. Big surprise, I'm wearing Haus Labs again. This is the PhD Lip Glaze. They call it plumping without the burn, and it's just really filled with lots of... Is that lipstick on me the whole time? Probably. I'm not refilming this, so it's just gonna have to be there. Anyway, it's plumping without the burn, but that just really means it's filled with lots of healthy lip-loving ingredients. It doesn't like actually swell your lips up like a burning lip plumper would. I don't love burning lip plumpers that much, so I love this. This is the shade Guava. I only bought the 1 shade because I wanted to try it out, but I may have to go back and get some more. I don't know. I have a lot of lip things. Let's talk about lip balm. I'm addicted to lip balm. Here's a handful. I have more. This is Polite Society Tower 20. I guess I could show you. Polite Society Tower 28. Another Polite Society LYS. Ole Hendrickson. I have the what's it called? The birthday cake one. Hold on. I have the Summer Fridays around here somewhere, the birthday cake one. And everybody I see in social media that talks about lip balms, that they have to compare one to the other, one is better than the other, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say what nobody is saying. They're literally all the same. They all balm your lips. They probably all have niacinamide in it because everything has niacinamide in it. I don't know. I'm not an ingredient person. But what I'm telling you is buy the one that you like that's the smell that you like. It doesn't matter what brand it is because they're all the same except for one. This one I'm going to tell you not to buy. Run as far and as fast away from this as you can. And that is the Kylie Lip Butter. It only comes in 1 scent. I think it's vanilla or, yeah, vanilla caramel. And it smells delicious. It smells like birthday cake. However, it tastes like, I don't know, castor oil. It's disgusting. It tastes like you licked a jar of Vaseline. I cannot deal. I had to wipe it off. I don't even know what I'm going to do with this, because other than talk about how bad it is, there's nothing else to do with it because it's that bad. Don't buy that. So I promised you I was saving the best for last, and we're almost there. First, I want to talk about powders. The powder that I'm wearing is this one from Makeup Forever. Not enough people are talking about this powder. When I tell you this is the best powder I have ever used for making my makeup last, I wish that I could buy a whole case of it. It is that good. And it's not cheap, so during the Sephora sale is the best time to buy it. The packaging is nice. Mine's a little messy because I use it all the time. I don't normally keep my puff in here, but I wanted to show you where it goes, and now I made a mess with it. I have a drawer for puffs, and that's usually where I keep them, but it comes with a puff, just usually not this messy. And then it has a little turning thing where you can open it up and dump it into your lid and then close it so it doesn't get quite as messy. I pour it into my lid and then make a mess with it. Anyway, I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing a super glowy foundation, and you can really, like, I didn't put powder over here so you can see more texture here, but here I did. And I think I did a half and half. So let me put that in. Yeah, see how smooth and poreless this side of my under eye looks versus the other side where it's not powdered? And that, you know, any good powder should do that. However, this one locks in my foundation. I'm a healthcare worker. I work in a hospital. It's busy. It gets hot and humid. I get stressed. And I have combination skin, and all through my T-zone and on my cheeks and around my nose is super oily. This locks pretty much any foundation I have tested it with. When doing foundation wear tests, I have been using this one for one of the days just because I want to see what the difference is, and it always lasts longer. So there is that. For contour, this is what I'm wearing. Fenty Cream, what do they call it? Cheeks Out. Fenty Cheeks Out, and the color Amber is the perfect cool toned contour for people that are my complexion. However, the shade range is gorgeous. I mean, you know, it's Fenty. Everything's going to have a great shade range. So I guarantee you, if you have skin, you're going to find a contour shade for you in this. If you are my complexion, I don't know about the other shades, but I know that I really like the NYX, the stick one. I use that one a lot, and the e.l.f. the wand one. Those are two at Ulta or drugstore that you can get a little cheaper, but I really love this one. And this is actually my third one, and I've already hit pan. Sorry, it's messy. I use it a lot. So yeah, love that. For bronzer, I'm wearing a cream bronzer, the Rare Beauty stick one. This is beautiful, and I only recently purchased this. I know it's been around a little bit, but I like how easy it goes on. It blends out really creamy and smooth, but it doesn't look greasy. I think it's beautiful. For drugstore bronzers, I haven't found a stick one that I love, but I do love the new Milani, I think it's called Cheek Kiss, that bronzer. And there's a new LA Girl, like a moussey souffle one. I forgot what that one's called, but I have both of those, and those are both very nice. Okay, I lied to you. This is the next to the last product, but it is my sort of favorite. It goes with it. So we're going to talk about concealer. So the one I'm wearing is the House Labs. This is the best concealer I've ever put on my face. Hands down. I don't care what anybody says about the Natasha Denona or any other concealer. This is the one. It's just literally perfect. It brightens my under eyes. It doesn't settle into lines. I can use it as a highlighter on my face. It doesn't get goopy and greasy. It's just beautiful. Period. This is the one. Okay, I've made you wait long enough. My favorite category of makeup is foundation. I don't know why. I love shopping for foundation. I love trying new ones and wear testing them and seeing what the new technology is. I just love it. So I have 3 for you to consider. The first 2 you've seen on my channel before. It's the Armani Luminous Silk and of course the House Labs. Both of these are equally as good. Both of these are equally as beautiful. This is the mini, that's why it looks small. This is inexpensive freaking foundation. However, I'm not wearing either one of those today. What I'm wearing today is a new one. And would you believe it is the Makeup Forever Glow, HD Glow. Can you see the glow? I powdered. Do you see that? But I did not put on any highlighter. This is just the glow peeking through my powder from this foundation. And it is so beautiful, so lightweight. It's another favorite. I wore this glowy foundation with my oiliness and that HD powder from Makeup Forever, and it lasted through a whole 12-hour shift. So either one of these 3, you can't go wrong. I'm telling you, at all. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for going through this with me and staying till the end. I really appreciate your time. I know everybody's time is valuable, and you've probably seen so many videos like this already for Sephora recommendations, but I think it doesn't hurt to see everybody's opinion. Sephora can be very intimidating if you're not much of a beauty shopper. So I hope I gave you some good ideas. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I will answer them. And I just want to say thank you. And if you want to see more videos from me, I do lots of makeup content. Please subscribe. It really helps my channel, and it will make sure that you see me in your feed every time I post something. Okay? So I will see you next time. Bye.